Hello, in this video, I'm going to present the security module of the present project. So let's start with a quick review of the purpose of the security module. The security module has the goal of identifying the parties involved in the interaction, and the parties are the virtual characters that are built by the present project, and the human users, which are the users of the services offered by the virtual agent. The identity is checked through the use of digital identity cards. Technically, these are called credentials, digital credentials. This is an overall view of the security of the role of the security model that interacts with the other components of the system, which are the ones that are supposed to build the virtual agent, and the human user, which is equipped with a mobile device, with a mobile app for smart device that we have developed. And it also, and the security module uses the sovereign blockchain to store some important information needed for the identity check. Here's the interaction flow. So the first thing that has to happen is the registration of the user. Okay, so is a video in which is shown the use of the mobile app by the user to create the self-attested credential. So the first thing is the choice of a username. The app is connecting to the blockchain to store some information and is creating the digital credential. Now the digital credential is being creating. All this information is being stored in the digital credential that will be stored in the smart device of the user. And now, of course, the user has to take a picture of himself. Okay, now this is Saverio is taking a picture of himself, and this is the picture that will be stored in the digital credential. Let's just wait a few seconds that the video goes on, and at this point the digital credential should be created, and it will be stored in the so-called wallet, which is just a repository in the mobile device of the user in which this the credential is stored. Here's just Saverio is just showing the fact that the digital credential has been created with the information that the user has provided. Okay, so at this point, the user has on his own mobile device the digital credential, which say, this is the face of me, basically. And now the interaction with the digital character of the present project can happen when a user goes to a virtual character to use a service. The virtual agent takes a picture of the user face and starts the authentication process. All of this is made through, of course, the security module. The security module provides a QR code, which is displayed to the user. And at this point, the system needs to access the wallet, which is stored in the user mobile device. And the user has to give access to a password, to a PIN. The credential is retrieved. The credential is the picture of the user and is sent to the security module. At this point, the security module can make the biometric check by comparing the live face taken by the virtual agent with the face that is stored in the credential of the user, and can give back the response, positive or negative, authenticated, not authenticated, to the virtual agent. This is just a little bit more information because we have two operation mode. One is a single authentication, which we just make a one-shot authentication just once, and we also have a continuous authentication, which is useful when the user has to have a long interaction with the virtual agent. And so the way we handle this is that we want to have only the first one to be an interactive one in which the user has to grant access to the wallet in the mobile device, and all the subsequent check will be silent, okay, will be made automatically. And this is a demo of the interaction. Of course, here is the QR code which has been created, which is displayed to the user. The user takes a picture, and a request is sent through the security module. All of this is made by the mobile app. Okay. Here is the information that has been taken from the credential. And here is an example of actual check in which Saverio is actually interacting with the system and has been authenticated because the picture live of Saverio matches with the picture of Saverio that has been put in the digital credential. Okay. At this point, I think Saverio will show also the authentication, the continuous authentication mode in which is still interacting with the system, and the system is continuously checking the face. Now, as long as Saverio is in front of the camera, the authentication status is authenticated, but now Saverio is going out of the camera. And so at this point, there is no live face anymore. And so the authentication will fail. Now Saverio is getting back to the live camera, and there's a new authentication will start. That's the continuous mode. So authentication start, and now Saverio is authenticated. And basically, this is all the function of the security module. Thank you.